Sorry?
Is there one piece of art that has changed your life?
I would say my children.
Your children?
Yes.
One more time?
My children.
Oh yeah, the greatest work of art.
It feels surreal because my daughter's here.
And learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
The way she's posing, I'm like,
She was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready. I think it's really just experiencing this through the eyes of Blue and being able to relax and... Sorry?
Is there one piece of art that has changed your life?
I would say my children.
Your children?
Yes.
One more time?
My children.
Oh yeah, the greatest work of art.
I don't know who Beyoncé was feeling like at the Met Gala. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Real Talk, where the facts are real. I'm your host, Ariana. Let's get into it. How do we go from no Beyoncé for 10 years on the Met Gala steps to having Jay-Z, Beyoncé, and Blue Ivy all there? When Beyoncé said she was going to the Met Gala this year, of course, everybody was waiting, glued to their screens to see what the queen was going to wear. And on top of that, I don't know who she was feeling like because she did an interview. In her interview with Vogue, Beyoncé gave us a little bit of insight of what this look exactly meant.
And celebrating bodies, just celebrating all bodies, all the different bodies.
Different, juicy,
Yeah,
curvy,
I love it.
thin, tall, whatever. Just celebrating whatever God gave you.
In that interview with Vogue, Beyoncé also shared that another part of being at this year's Met Gala was being able to see Blue Ivy on the steps.
She looks so beautiful. This is it's incredible to be able to share it with her. And I think she looks so incredible.
She looks so beautiful. I'm like, we could learn some red carpet tips from Blue.
Absolutely.
The way she's posing, I'm like,
She was ready.
She was ready.
She is ready.
As always, I want to hear directly from you guys. How did you feel about Beyoncé's look? And how did you feel about Blue's look? Were you excited to see her on the Met Gala steps too? I wasn't expecting it. While you're commenting, don't forget to like and follow for more pop culture and entertainment news.
If there's anything you learned from the Met Gala last night, is that you don't tell Miss Blue Ivy what to do. As y'all know, Beyoncé was seen with Blue Ivy at the Met Gala, and they were absolutely stunning. I'm sure Beyoncé was just so humbled and so honored that Blue Ivy would bring her to such an event. Like, such an event. But back to the point, why are y'all telling Blue Ivy what to do? Like, what makes you think that Blue Ivy asked for that direction? Because clearly Blue Ivy had a plan for every single shot. She wanted those shots with the glasses. She said, when I go over there, I'll take them off. I don't understand why y'all don't understand that Blue Ivy runs this show.
Beyoncé wore a skeleton dress at the Met Gala with a long train of purple ostrich feathers. I'm going to break down the symbolism of each, plus why she was teasing the number 5 and 1. A skeleton is a memento mori, a Latin phrase that reminds us that death is the great equalizer. It makes no distinctions. Rich, poor, fat, skinny, evil, good. In the end and under it all, we are skeletons. The most famous symbol of this is a skull, made most famous in Shakespeare's The Tragedy of Hamlet, Prince of Denmark. Act 5, Scene 1. Hamlet goes to the graveyard to reflect on the skulls being dug up. He picks up the skull of Yorick, the king's jester, who was there to entertain the royal family. In that moment, Hamlet realizes the king and the jester boat end up in the same dirt. This is the Echoes del Resto video. It opens with the skull on the dashboard. The video is filmed in Denmark. Hamlet is the Prince of Denmark. Tyler Perry even joked about following Beyoncé all the way to Denmark. Is that a clue, perhaps? In Echoes del Resto, Beyoncé sings statues in the next room, billions in escrow. Things that never give life, I can hear the echoes. This is the Met Ball. Billions of dollars on the carpet. Statues in the Met. But also statues as in literal people. Because flesh does not give life. God gives life. The spirit gives life. I'm not talking about this from a religious perspective necessarily, because consciousness is a mystery, and you know that when somebody dies, something is missing. The animating principle of somebody is not just their body, it is their consciousness. Beyoncé also wore this giant train of purple ostrich feathers. Purple is famously the color of royalty, of a prince. And in ancient Egypt, the ostrich feather is the symbol of Ma'at, the goddess of truth, justice, and cosmic order. In the weighing of the heart from the Book of the Dead, the heart of the deceased is placed on a scale against her feather. If heavier, the soul is devoured. If lighter, lighter than the single feather, it passes into eternity. A feather is the lightest possible moral standard, a life lived without the weight of corruption. We cannot take our bodies into the eternal. We can only take our souls. The skeleton reminds us that the body was always temporary, and the feather asks us, what did we do with the part that isn't? And Beyoncé, standing in the most expensive party on earth, draped in the symbol of divine judgment, is asking us the same question that Hamlet asks in the graveyard. The same question Ma'at has been asking for 5,000 years. How much does your soul weigh? And will you let them break your soul? Just like the flesh cannot satisfy the soul, neither can a machine. An AI chatbot cannot hold you in your grief. It cannot sit with you in your confusion. It cannot love you. And that is Echoville, the world full of noise and echoes, money, status, technology, simulation. I theorize that Echoville is going to be a world engineered to overwhelm and trick the eye. The real Beyoncé is going to be kidnapped. There's going to be AI one who replaces her, but the only one who can recognize that is now her mother is blue, and she will be the hero of the story like Hamlet. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 7 says we walk by faith, not by sight. Keep your Bible on the dash. Because your eyes are the most easily deceived thing about you, you cannot navigate Echoville with your eyes alone. You're going to have to lend your soul to intuitions, the deeper knowing below the language, below the logic, below anything that can be AI generated. AI can process everything, but it cannot perceive a soul. She's holding up a mirror to us just like I believe she's going to do in the film Echoville. I cover all of this in depth in my to be or not to be Hamlet theory that I did a few months ago. There's a lot more symbolism to unpack. I recommend you go watch that if you haven't yet. In a room full of echoes, deception rises to the top. The more easily we're tricked, the more easily we're controlled. The most dangerous people in Echoville are going to be the most convincing. The question Beyoncé is asking us is, in a world so fixated on the physical, will you let them break your soul and become disconnected from your intuition? Or will you lend your soul to the intuitions and trust what only the soul can know? With all that said, A plus B equals a clock that T. I don't know much about algebra, but I know geometry.